Investors Education Series this afternoon, and with me in the studio I have Dickie CSU Ayamu to take us on the question and answer for today's Investors Education Series. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Semo. Only that I'm Deacon in the church. This is Mr. CSU Ayamu.
Okay, sir. All right, welcome,
and
sir.
when you are handling it on, what do you call it, Gospel Hour, yes.
Oh,
but,
that's where I picked the Deacon.
Okay.
All right, welcome, sir.
Thank
Mr.
you.
CSU Ayamu. Okay, very quickly, because of our time, I will just go straight to the questions that we have. And the first question is coming from Nikki Uzoma, and he's saying, how do I know the shares to buy? I can't commence share purchase. Okay, I want to commence share purchase from next month. How do I know the shares to buy? I want to commence share purchase from next month.
Okay, Nikki, thanks a lot for sending in, and I want to encourage every other person who has any question as far as it has to do with business and investment and shares in particular. Please feel free to always send in your question. Nikki, you want to know how to know the shares to get into. It's good to know, but in the beginning it may not be easy for you to know. You are not knowledgeable, but it's not very necessary that you are to get involved. You may have to depend on the knowledge of your stockbroker. If you have one, talk to your stockbroker. Feel free with him. Somebody said that there are 3 people you cannot hide from: your stockbroker, your doctor, your lawyer. You must open up. Tell your stockbroker, I have 100,000, I have 200,000. I want to invest. Would you help me to invest? He may ask you 1 or 2 questions, but at the end, leave the choice of stock to buy with him. That's the way to go. But please do not leave it with him forever. Try to know, gather knowledge. You will never miss anything by gathering knowledge. Try to find out. I know I have some clients who are knowledgeable, and maybe even more knowledgeable than I am. The only thing is that they don't live by stocks. So I want to encourage you, talk to your stockbroker. You may not know the best stock to go into, and I think you shouldn't dare now to know. It's not important for you to get into the business of stock for you to know. Depend on the knowledge of your stockbroker. His expertise should be enough for you. So it's not something I can discuss with you here now, but the stockbroker does a lot of analysis. His business is to look into the performance of stocks and itemize the ones that he wants his clients to go into, depending on the amount of money that you want to invest. There are low price stocks that are growth stocks that are good stocks to go into. He will choose the one for you. That's how I like to handle that matter for you, Nikki. If you are not satisfied, you can still ask next time. But thank you for putting in that question. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Nikki. I hope your question has been answered. The second question is coming from Bimbo Adepoju. And then Bimbo is saying, I have 200,000 naira to invest in shares. How much can I get in 1 year?
Wow, you have asked a difficult question, and it's not a question that any stockbroker would want to answer. Why? Because it doesn't quite work that way. I believe you have a knowledge of the money market where there's a fixed interest, where there's a fixed return, and you are comparing it with the capital market. The capital market is a different ball game, it's a different kettle of fish. It doesn't work that way. No stockbroker will stick his neck. I mean, no true stockbroker will stick his neck to say, give me 1 million, you get 1.2 million next. No. You may get more. You may get less. For that reason, nobody will stick his neck to tell you. But let me give you an idea of what to expect. If, for instance, I get you into Zenith today, based on the dividend flow that we have had, and the fact that they pay twice in a year, I can afford to hazard a guess and tell you, expect something like this from dividend. All things being equal, a company that is doing well hardly will pay less than what they paid the previous year. So even if I use the previous year figure to factor in, I may not be wrong. If that is what you're asking for, somebody can give you an idea, But not until we sit down to choose the stock to go into, I will not be able to factor in the income streams from dividends. So that's what you're asking for. The other way to get some more money is what we call capital gain. If you want to trade, first I would like to size you up. If I have opportunity to sit with you, I'll find out what you want to do. Do you just want to invest and leave it there? Do you want to trade? If you want to trade, we'll be talking about capital gain over the period. And what is capital gain? We have taken time in the past to explain, but I will explain again to you since you are asking now. You bought Zenith Bank for 25 naira per unit. Zenith Bank is now 30 naira. There's a capital gain of 5 naira on each stock. And that is one sure way of making money, particularly if you enter the market at a good price. You know, what we explain to people is that every stock that is doing well in the stock exchange is good to invest in. But when is it good to invest in is the issue. The price will determine. That's Zenith is, Nestle is 1,500 or thereabout now. Is it good to invest in? That's the question to answer. But is Nestle good? Yes. Is Zenith good? Yes. Is First Bank good? Yes. Is Dangote Cement good? Yes. But is it good to invest in now? That is where the question will matter. So for that reason, it is also difficult to let you know that you will get 1 naira if you invest 150, or you get whatever, because the market, the capital market does not work that way. It's not a money market. It's not a fixed income market. It is a market that you can make a kill, and of course you could be killed. We don't hesitate to tell you that. Thank you very much for that. I hope I've answered your question.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that answer. I like the fact that you mentioned that it's either you kill or it could be killed.
Yes, that's the market for you.
All right, moving on to the next question we have here from Mr. Femi Onomison. He said, I was told by my friend that there is so much money in trading Forex. Do you trade Forex in your company?
No, we are capital market operators, and essentially what we do has to do with the capital market. Forex is not part of what we do, and we are not able to explain anything, whether it's good or bad. But since your question is direct, do we trade Forex? No, we do not trade Forex. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And then the last question I have here is coming from Maria. And Maria is saying, I have a son that is 9 months old. I want to invest for his education up to university in case I'm not around. His education can go on. What can I do?
Well, Maria, I want to pray you around to see your child grow. That is the fun. That is the joy of every mother and every father. You will be around, and I pray for you that you'll be around. But to answer your question, what you are asking for sounds more like what the insurance people call education endowment. It is an amount that is fixed, paid over a period for a person of a particular age. They do what looks like a sinking fund, arrive at a figure that university education will be about the period he will be 18, 17 to enter the university, and then for every year of a 4-year course, how much factoring in inflation and all those things would it take a child that is born that is not 1 year yet or 1 year now, in 17 years time, given the rate of inflation, given things that you already know, and an amount you're ready to put down. Now, the truth is, it may not be possible for you to cover all, but if you cover some, then the people that are around then will be able to take care of the rest. So, insurance companies will handle that matter better than stockbroking firms, because there are different kinds of products by the insurance company, and I remember Education Endowment Fund suits that purpose. You may need to talk to an insurance company. We are not one, And it's not that it is outside what we do in Brush Radio. No, we will get insurance companies one of these days to handle it. Just be listening, tune in, listen to our programs. One of these days we'll get an insurance man who will handle that for you and you'll benefit from it. But it doesn't quite fall into what stockbrokers do. Insurance companies do that better. And like I promise you, one of these days, an insurance man will come here to talk about such endowments. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I think that we've exhausted the questions that we have for today's segment of the Investors Education Series. And I hope that those who have sent in their questions, they have gotten the right answers that they are looking forward to having. And with this, we would be drawing the curtain to a close for Investors Education Series, so that at 4 o'clock p.m. we would be back for the stock market report and the turnover. It's still Brush Street Radio, your #1 business radio, and I want to say thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
for coming around today. Still stay with us. We'll be right back at 4 o'clock p.m. for stock